In this segment, I want to go ahead and look at the responsibilities of the various stakeholders, and I think that in doing that, it should become quite evident that there not no one of the stakeholders is in a position to deal with this situation effectively on their own. And if you haven't watched the previous 4 or 5 videos in this series, there is a link in the notes for this video that will get you back to the systems wiki page that has links to all of the previous videos. And so this particular video will make a lot more sense if you've watched the ones leading up to this. So in terms of the the 4 stakeholders involved and to some extent responsible for this situation, management has in fact established a desired AR period of 51 days, and that established desired period contributes to the gap. So those 2 pieces of the puzzle belong to management, and also management has established the sales goals, and which contributes to whatever the sales gap is at the moment. And management has also established the discount policy for orders placed by customers so that the current sales levels are to a certain extent the responsibility of management because of customers ordering based upon trying to in fact meet the discount thresholds. The accounts receivables department, acting in an attempt to reduce the accounts receivables, which is currently at 53 days as opposed to 51 where management wants it, and therefore contributes to the gap, so that these 3 components are the responsibility to an extent of the accounts receivables department. The sales department is trying to deal with the gap so that they're positioning their sales to the customer and therefore contributing to the accounts receivable and resulting in the current sales, which from their perspective they're hoping in fact decreases this gap, putting them in a position to keep their jobs and receive their bonuses. And the customer, which is in here in the middle of this, the customer is responsible for the purchases that they make, which contribute, and the payments, subsequent payments that they make, so that the customer is contributing to the accounts receivable period being what it is, so that if you look at the overlaps of these 4 different stakeholders in this puzzle, I think it should be rather obvious that if one is going to develop a solution, a strategy for addressing this situation, which is likely to be adopted, it in fact has to be developed collectively by the whole set of stakeholders, so that they in fact end up owning the strategy, so that they will adopt it because they understand how adoption of that strategy in fact benefits all of them. And so we'll continue this in the next segment, looking at the assumptions that have been made to this point, and are they in fact valid, and do we have a basis for continuing to develop a strategy. So see you in the next video.